Yeah, and actually that's one of the thing I think less people are pointing out about the broken education system, which is most people are saying on the perspective of the students. But when we think about it, the broken education system is also broken for the teachers,
Mhm.
and that's why so many teachers are leaving the job. And we see, and a part like there are different reasons. They're overworked, they're underpaid, and but I'm really optimistic about the future because I think AI is going to change that. AI is going and one of the I think I see educators sometimes they kind of rebel against AI, and that kind of goes back to what I believe Henry Ford was saying that you sometimes you can't ask for people and unless you actually put it out there, unless you actually show them what it is like. Actually, I think it's Steve Jobs, and and that's how I feel about AI in education. I feel AI will do the heavy lifting, will do the most of the boring teaching aspect, the tutoring aspect, while teachers will stay the best teachers will stay with things they actually care about, which is igniting the passion of students, making students accountable, build agency, and develop a real world view for them.
Here's another thing with Department of Education, right? So supposedly they want the Department of Education to go away because like the Department of Education federal government gives all this money to the states and schools, right?
Mhm.
My thing is like, where's this money going to, right? Because you hear all the stories all the time. Like I have a niece that's a teacher in Texas, and she'll like, put like, "Hey, I need donation to buy school supplies," right? Like if this Department of Education can't even provide basic necessities for teachers to teach kids, like you hear all the time teachers taking money out of their own pocket to pay for necessities, right? Like I just don't know, like I guess maybe Doge needs to just do some kind of thing like to track the money from here to here. Like let's just say someone's siphoning it off, right?
Yeah, they're too busy building buildings. That's one of the things Mark Cuban said, I think, and and in some way that's true. A lot of money is going to it still goes back to the monopoly to the K-12 education, the college view. Most money are going to things that makes them good from the press view, from a really low level view from the public or from the view of the states is maybe get a bigger buildings, build a fancy library, while they are not really spending the money on things that actually matters to students, that actually make them succeed. Doesn't matter regardless if it's about academic succeeding or real world succeeding.
So let's take on this, right? So first of all, like I'm not a communist. I believe capitalism, right? However, like I use Dallas, Texas as an example. There's a town, there's a suburb called South Lake Kerr, right? All the homes like $1 million homes, right? And there's the South Dallas homes like people who don't have homes, right? And so in the states, it's education is funded by property tax, right? So obviously, paying property tax off $1 million homes, you have a lot of money going to your school system versus South Dallas with no money, right? Like I don't know how you fix that, right? Like do you? I mean, I don't think you should like combine all the money together, but like
Mhm.
I don't know how you get around that, right? Do we need a different funding source? Should it be some kind of sales tax where everyone gets equal funding, right? Because like another thing too, like South Carroll, like $1 million homes, both parents probably make six figures. They're probably masters. So those kids have a hell of an advantage, right? Versus South Dallas for like maybe one parent homes, people on welfare, people struggling, right? And no, and like I don't know how you fix that without doing socialism.
Yeah. Couple of things. One thing is education right now doesn't have a funding problem. They have an admin problem, meaning how they delegate the funding. So that's one possible, like you said, that's one possible way to really. It's really about the delegation, and and the second, um, I largely, at least from my point of view, I largely believe that free market is what's going to push anything forward. Doesn't matter what kind of market it is, and I argue that because education was not a free market, that's one main reason why it's not play the incentive of the customers, which are the parents, which are making the kids succeed.